Lord, it's a miracle. Man up and vanished like a fart in the wind. Lord, it's a miracle. Man up and vanished like a fart in the wind.
Because that ain't the image we trying to project. So they distance themselves.
Who is that Terence Belly cat, though?
Terence Belly. And let me say this. I don't know if he's a descendant or not, but I would say he probably is because he got the name. Belly, that's the family name.
Yeah.
Let me tell you why he can't stand me. And I never met this coon. But the reason he don't like me is I believe he was trying to create a foundation or build himself up as a Frederick Douglass expert. So anytime a college wants somebody to talk on Fred, he calls him. And I think he sees me as blocking his ability to corner the Frederick Douglass market. And what I'm saying is, how can you say that? Because nobody pays me to come talk about Frederick Douglass. I never got a single request to judge. I interjected because I'm proud of it. But nobody says, we want you to come and do a lecture on Frederick Douglass. But he's mad at me because he thinks I'm blocking his ability to get paid off of an ancestor's legacy, which you shouldn't be trying to do anyway. Why are you trying to get paid off there?
Off your own people. That's how thirsty.
And he's one of the major detractors too.
Yeah. He be on that.
He's done the IRS letters. He's done GoFundMe letters. He contacted the state. He might be an agent.
Yeah.
He's former military.
Yeah, he's military.
I think he might be an agent.
That whole motherfucker in shape, man.
Yeah. How old is he? He ain't young. He ain't like in his 40s?
Nah, he in his 50s.
He's a little older than that.
He in his 50s. Yeah.
Belly?
Yeah.
Terence Belly at all?
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah. He look like he in his 50s.
Great.
Terence Belly knows this shit. That whole Terence Belly thing is just hate shit. It's a bunch of hate shit, okay? And I think it's coming from the fact that when people think of Frederick Douglass, they don't think of him. When people think of Frederick Douglass, they don't think of Ken Morris. When people think of Frederick Douglass, they don't think of all the tens of thousands of descendants of Isaac and Betsy Belly. They think of me. They think of me. So that Terence Belly shit, I'm going to leave that alone. I just wanted to clarify that because I know some of y'all needed me to answer that. Okay? So the next time he start his shit, just ask him a real simple question. Real simple. Is Umar Johnson and Frederick Douglass both descendants of Isaac and Betsy Belly? That's it. No more conversation. That's the only question you need for his bitch ass.
This is Afro Svengalis. I'm doing a pre-message. The video that I'm going to be talking about has been removed, but that does not make my comments any less significant. So stay tuned. Afro Svengalis. I'm actually going to record two videos, but they're separate. I'm not going to do a part one and a part two because the topics they have similarities, but they're different. Now this video is going to talk about the firearm / handgun that Terence Bailey flashed on the screen while talking about he doesn't back down. I was not even aware that this occurred. Somebody brought it to my attention. So I am making it known. I have removed the video where the person told me about it. However, here is the actual post without the person's name because I don't want this person targeted. And then I had a post from a Mueller, a John Mueller or Mueller. Read that. That's going to be addressed in another video. But I'm coming on here to specifically address the introduction of a firearm. Now, and I did, by the way, respond to this Mueller, John Mueller, or Mueller. I'm not quite sure how it's pronounced. Now, I want to say this. It is so far beyond outrageous. We've gone through all of this stuff with Umar Johnson. And I have watched every video that Terence Bailey has ever posted before he took them all down. I don't know if he put them back up, but he had taken all the Umar related videos down. I had never, ever seen in any of those videos Terence Bailey flashing a firearm or a gun in response to what Umar Johnson has said about him, including calling him a bitch ass and so many other things. I'm actually posting another video on the bottom that you can see. I don't know if that video will be up by the time you listen to this. I mean, you'd be a fool to keep a video up like that, brandishing a weapon and threatening people with a firearm in response to a verbal dispute or verbal disagreement. But I want to reemphasize that he has never done this to Umar Johnson or Umar Johnson's dad, Jamal Johnson. But he thinks he can flash a firearm on a screen, directing it towards me. No, he didn't use my name. Okay, but I'm the one who posted the video, and he's received other comments, but I've posted videos and he's referencing videos. I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying there aren't any other videos, but I posted several videos stating that Tarence Bailey folded to Jamal Johnson. I'm not retracting my statements. You're not going to put a gun up on a screen and threaten me with it. Now, what will happen is that you'll end up getting arrested, Tarence Bailey, and then you will lose your right to carry a firearm, at least legally. So here's the situation. It's very vile and disgusting and offensive. Although I consider myself a pacifist, I wouldn't respond violently unless my life was threatened. However, behavior like this is why the stereotypes about our black men continue. Tarence Bailey had no reason to flash a firearm. You're talking about a verbal dispute, and he comes on internet with a gun, with the firearm. You tell me who's got the problem. It's not me having the problem because I have an opinion. I have a right to express. If you so hate what I'm saying, turn me off. But you're not going to tell me, you're not going to threaten me. You're not going to flash guns on the screens to get me to back down. I think it's just disgusting, and it's an absolute hypocrite to sit here and talk about proud of the country, proud of the nation, respecting your elders, how I got chastised for cursing, how I respect the women. These are all the things that Tarence Bailey has stated, and then he flashes a gun on a screen towards a female. Now, if he wants to be that way, he wants to be that way. I'm calling out the behavior. Again, I will say whatever I want to say, when I want to say it. You're not going to threaten me with firearms. You're not going to tell me to shut my mouth. You cannot handle Umar Johnson and Jamal Johnson. Umar Johnson has posted many videos about Tarence Bailey, calling him out of his name. And you never, ever saw a firearm appear. Now, I would never support that. I don't care what anybody said to anybody. I'm not saying he should have flashed a firearm. What I'm saying is, why is he doing it now? Why are you flashing a firearm and a gun on the screen now when you never did it to Umar Johnson? Reiterating, it never should be done. That is never a reason. Pulling out a gun, showing a gun, referencing combat. What the hell does it have to do with the situation when people are having a discussion or a disagreement about an issue? Not a damn thing. And then we get mad and upset because the white folks and all these other cultures want to call us violent, animalistic, and having no self-control. This is the exact behavior that they point to. You feel you're losing an argument, or you feel you can't get anybody to do what you want them to do, so you pull out a gun. And then you complain about police brutality. This is so far beyond ridiculous. I'm not even gonna, again, I'm not shutting up. If I want to say something, I'm gonna say it. If YouTube wants to shut me off, YouTube can shut me off, or whatever platform can shut me off. I am coming on here to say that behavior is disgusting, and it proves my point. Trying to pick on people that you perceive that are weaker than you, that aren't going to do anything about it, that aren't going to speak up. But here you have Umar Johnson, you still using Frederick Douglass's name as we speak to make money. He has made $1 million off of Tarence Bailey and the Bailey family, and not one time has a firearm ever appeared on the screen until I start giving my opinion. Now, I also want to make sure it's clear that I believe Umar Johnson made money off of lying about being a mental health professional. But like I stated in my other videos, it doesn't matter if he made 25 cents off of Frederick Douglass's name. He had no right making a penny off of Frederick Douglass's name. That's the point. And I also want to, somebody had made a comment earlier, posted in the section that Frederick Douglass is a legacy who belongs to all black people. Well, that could be determined by a judge. Prince had 700 people claiming to be beneficiaries to his will. His will still hasn't been worked out. And they have to address all of those concerns. So 700 people filed court claims on Prince's estate. So again, if people decide they don't want to go to court, the Baileys or whoever, and establish the legal right to control what happens to Frederick Douglass's / Bailey's name, likeness, reputation, that is their decision. But it is my decision to state how I feel and give my opinion because I'm involved. Umar Johnson making money, still making money off of my profession. I'm involved and I have a right to defend my profession and I will do that. And then when someone tries to come at me and tell me I have to shut up talking about, no, I do not have to shut up. And do not threaten me with firearms. I will call the police. I will do that. I don't care who you are. I don't care what your family name is. You tell me you got more clout than these celebrities that got multi-millions of dollars who can't even be kept out of prison and jail. So I don't care that the name is Frederick Douglass or Bailey. I'm not going to tolerate people putting firearms on the screen and threatening me. It'll be up to the police to decide whether or not this threat was towards me, but it is not appropriate to be putting firearms on a screen and saying, I don't back down because you don't like what somebody said about you. And it wasn't a threat. There was no threat that I heard of. Terence Bailey didn't mention a threat or anything like that. So he's mad because he doesn't like what I'm saying or what other people are saying. Again, fulfilling negative stereotypes about our people and not taking care of business with the right people who are doing no good. We're talking about $1 million. I wanted to make sure I came on here to let everybody know what occurred. And I want to thank the person who pointed out the video with Terence Bailey flashing and brandishing the firearm. Thank you for doing that. But I did remove your comment, your name anyway, from the comment to protect you. Okay, people, I will continue making, I will go into video number 2 to talk about this John Mueller person and his comments, which you can see on the comment section. And that's on the last video that I posted about, the title of that video was Terence Bailey, Jamal Johnson, and Umar Johnson trying to muscle and enslave anti-Afro Svengalis. I'll put the link on the bottom. In the meantime, always and forever, buyer beware.